Welcome to Facebook Live with us. Thanks for joining us again. I'm Danielle.
I'm Bianca.
I'm Jessica.
I'm Jessie behind the camera.
Jess, are you sitting?
Oh, just until I get us loaded to the join. Here we go. The live video will begin in a moment.
She's trying to slack off here and just sitting
Yeah.
on the
There we go.
job.
I'm trying to find our questions and comments.
And now she's
good. So we are going to be printing water bottles today. So we're going to get you to show you how to do a sublimatable water bottle with your standard mug press. This also works with your 3-in-1 mug press, but we're going to really show you how to do it because the mug press and the canteen are not quite compatible together, I guess you can kind of say. The canteen is thin, whereas the mug press, when you put it in, it doesn't quite fit.
Right.
So we need to use, we have to like cheat the system a little bit. We need to use like an extra piece, which is this silicone cover that wraps around the mug to make sure that the mug is, you make it like a little bit, or the canteen is a little bit thicker.
Right.
So that way it reaches the edge of your heating element.
This is what it looks like full. We just cut ours down because we do this a lot. So that's like that's the difference.
And Jerry Church has joined us.
Hi, Jerry.
She said in Michigan with ever-changing weather.
Same.
Oh my
here.
goodness, it's 60 here.
And
We were just
raining.
talking about last week how we were freezing cold. We
Yeah.
showed you how to make hoodies because we had, 5-degree weather.
Yeah.
And now we're
Now you need to drink water because
middle
you're
of
sweating.
spring. Yes.
Yeah.
Drink up. All right, are we ready to get started?
I think so.
Yes, we got about 27 viewers. And remember,
Awesome.
share. So this way your people will know what you could do for them. And your fellow crafters will also be able to learn new things.
Absolutely.
All right, so first things first, take the top off because you don't need it for this part. And we are going to go ahead and take, this is a, we already did our sublimation print. We're on the text print paper. We used our Virtuoso sublimation printer. We are going to get some tape on here. And I don't know, I'm like behind the mug press here. I'm hiding. Let me just make sure I'm where I want to be here. Yeah.
You're good.
Oh,
Bianca
Hannah
already
said
had tape on. Sorry.
awesome. Oh, you had tape already.
did.
I'm sorry.
That's quite
She
all
was
right.
like already ready for it. We're gonna just make it stick to her finger. No, keep it.
No, I'll use it for next time. We're doing two.
All right. So I always like to just make sure that I'm sort of kind of where I want to be, which I am. Okay. Step 1. Step 2. Wrap it. So make sure that your tape is still, you can kind of see it right there. Make sure that's at the top. You're gonna hold it like this, slide it on through, and you can see.
to the right.
Oh gosh, now we're
Cha-cha sliding.
cha-cha sliding along. Okay, you put it in. Make sure that you're in the middle. This, like, look how much distance you have here in the screw. It's a lot. It's pretty far in for a tighter application. You push down, and then you close, and you're in there. And you start your timer. We're at 360 degrees, not as hot as your standard, like 400-degree sublimation, but we found that the canteens, they're a little bit more sensitive,
Right.
and the paper, especially with the silver ones, paper does kind of tend to stick to it for some reason. I don't know if it's like the coating or the type of material it is, but you can be at a lower temperature. So we're at 360, we're going for 180 seconds, and we just have everything's nice and tight. This isn't moving. It's nice and secure with the silicone cover, and we're just gonna sit and wait.
Okay. Hannah says awesome. She's just bought that machine.
Oh, that's great.
And she can't believe she's watching us live because she's in Washington State. So welcome.
Man, that's early
Hi,
there.
yes.
Hello.
What
And thank you
time
for
is
your
it?
purchase. You're gonna love it. Let's see here. Nisha says our videos are awesome, and she wished she was closer. She's in South Carolina. And Richard said, "What is the wrap for?"
Just to help with pressure and to help it stay secure and to get an even print throughout.
Yeah, because if you notice, these things are a little bit slimmer than the mugs, so it just helps mix up the difference. And
It's also like a heat conductor. So the heat from the heating element, the silicone cover kind of brings it towards the canteen because it's thinner, like Jess said. it's not reaching the outsides, and it'll be too thin and it'll move around. So you want to make sure you have a good pressure, and that's what the little silicone wrap does.
Richard, you do need it to do these. You do not need it for your mugs. Only to do like the Sports Canteen bottles.
And especially you can see like that the 400 milliliter. We don't sell that size anymore, but that's significantly thinner than the 500 milliliter. So that one actually required us to double wrap it.
Oh, I remember
Like
that.
we folded this in half and then folded.
Like that's how thick it needed to be.
And then we went like this. So this one required a lot, a double coating of the silicone cover just to make sure that it fit properly.
Raphael, Houston, Texas. We're learning today how to sublimate on Sports Canteens using your standard mug press and using also the silicone cover to make up the difference.
And actually, if you want to prep this one,
Yeah, absolutely.
See, as you can see, we printed on a regular 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. We're gonna just trim it down.
I'll cut the table first.
Yeah, please don't.
Susan says hi from Canada. Lisa says hi from Georgia. Garcia said, will this be at the ISS show in California?
In California, no. We're going to a show in Atlantic City.
In March.
But not California. That's a little too far from us. It would be nice, though.
That'd be so fun.
Oh, 2, 1. Oh, wait.
Maybe a glove first.
I need a glove. All right, push the green button to stop. Open it up. Slide it on out. Eek.
I always get so nervous when I do that.
And ta-da!
Oh, it's so cute.
I work out because cupcakes. All right, and as you can see, like if you're thinking like, oh, that's kind of light. It's not really. It's the design that we did because this is just so you can kind of, oh my goodness, this is just not functioning for me. Like all the ink released. So it was just a very light blue color. And I think that came out cute.
I think it's adorable. That cupcake is delicious.
I love cupcakes. It was like definitely a necessity.
So the bottles do come in a box, and then they come with a plastic wrap, the lid all on them, and so that way they're just ready to go, protects them. And then you can also, if you really wanted to, you could put them back in here and give them to your customer.
When they're warm or when they're cooled down.
Yeah, not immediately.
Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it right away because
Right.
they are hot.
Yes.
Yeah, we found that you do not have to put these in the lukewarm water like you have to do with the mugs. If you happen to notice any type of shadow or what's the other word for it? Ghosting.
Ghosting, there you go.
Then that's when you would want to dip it inside of the lukewarm water. But we really haven't seen that issue with these. Let's see here. I will plan a trip for March. Can this be done with the wraps?
Oh no, because there's the wraps have those metal pieces, and then they'll get in the way of your.
Yeah, those are more
press.
for the 3D vacuum press.
Yeah.
Can we do the same process on a Yeti? We get that question a lot. One, the Yeti would have to be polymer coated, but also it's the shape of it. They have a very unique shape where they're wider in some parts and smaller. So that's something we don't sell the Yetis here, so we have not tested that or tried it out. So if anyone else has tried the Yetis, please join in the comments.
What did I do?
No, you didn't do anything wrong. But what I am gonna kind of point out, I don't know if you can kind of see, like if we were to do this right now, see how. Like when you line it up with your heating element, we're a little bit bigger than the heating element. So we got to trim it down a little bit because it's never going to work that way.
Well, good to know.
You're going to get like weird hazing at the top or the bottom, which
true.
nobody wants that. So
Yes, you can do these Sports Canteens inside of a 3D vacuum press. You would just need a wrap
I don't want to mess up your.
or the mold for it. I'm sorry.
I know I'm like being official here. I
Which
don't want
we're
to mess
all
up
out
our
of
little
stock
canteen.
What was the last thing you said?
That we're out of stock of those.
Oh.
The bottles, we sell them here. They're under drinkware. The Sports Canteens for Jerry Church.
Under the sublimation category.
Randy says, will it get big enough to do a 32-ounce tumbler?
No. You have you only have so much space to work with. You're about 4 inches in diameter, or 4 inches to or 3 3 3/4 inches to 4 inches in diameter for any thing going in the mug press. So you're not going to quite make it.
Shane, if you tried the Yeti in a 3D vacuum press, you have to make sure that it's 1, polymer coated, and 2, that you have a wrap for it. Because if it's not a wrap made specifically for it, then you would not get a good print. Only because those wraps are designed to fit the shape once the vacuum pulls all the air out.
Oh no!
I thought you said it wasn't sticky.
It wasn't. I'm just having a moment.
Some kind of day.
Oy. Okay, now we're gonna be ready.
Now these are silicone covers that Danielle is using. They're not wraps or molds, so it's only to be used in this scenario to fit the extra space.
Right.
You couldn't take one of these and put this inside of the convection oven. You could use a mug wrap with the mugs inside of a convection oven.
Okay,
Right.
so now we're doing Bianca's water bottle, her SpongeBob.
And yes, we're on the text print R sublimation paper.
Yes.
Use with our SG 400, right?
Virtuoso
Yes.
SG 400.
Just add it to the trash. We don't have a trash can today.
We don't. And I don't know, Jesse, why don't you zoom in here and so people can kind of see like what you can do for these.
Midge says she's late, but she's here. She had to travel to Florida again this week in this yucky weather.
Oh, I was just there last weekend. Monday coming home, and that ice storm was not fun.
You can be real creative with these. You know, as you can see, you do have that like space where you're just gonna have no print at all.
Right.
So doing like a full coverage water bottle might not be possible because you do need that little sliver of space because that's where your heat press connects together, the heating element. So like this one, you just kind of have to like maneuver it. But this was one print, so we just made sure that our opening was right where there was no text or no ink. And especially when you do like little wording and then a picture.
Like little ones with no background, you can't even
Yeah.
tell.
And you want to take advantage. Like this is sublimation, so you can get full color print. Like you can really decorate this water bottle. It's not like vinyl where it requires, you know, a vector file or, you know, text or a one color graphic.
Right.
You can add, you know, shadows and full color images. Like you can really be creative when you sublimate. It really does open up a lot more options for you for decoration.
Absolutely.
Susan said, I have that heat press, and I sometimes find that if I line it up in Creative Studio using the SG400, that I get ghosting near the handle.
Near the
Like
Near
the mug handle? Is
this-
she
Are you
doing
talking
mugs?
about a mug, or are you talking about...
if you're getting ghosting, then your print is going too far towards where the opening slit is for your mug press. And it's not tight enough in that area. So let's say, I don't know if I can it's tough to show, but if your heating element ends here, like here, this spot, and you have a print that comes right up to the edge of the heating element, you're not going to get the same kind of pressure that you would towards the side of the mug. I don't know if I'm explaining that very well.
It makes sense.
So you just want to make sure that if you're getting that ghosting, back off a little bit from your edges. So don't go all the way to the edge. Just kind of...
Bring your design in. So.
Yeah. Oh, 2.
So I'm trying to like move stuff out of the way
Like
for
Bianca
you.
was all ready, and I'm like still
Well, I was
talking.
like not gonna like interrupt.
Yes, Michael, the Florida weather is good. It's the traveling through the bad weather
Yes.
to get down there.
That was the problem.
Yeah, right now we're having heavy rains after we had freezing rains.
That great SpongeBob episode.
SpongeBob, we're sorry we're stealing your design, but we're not selling it.
Exactly.
So it's all good. Bianca will not sell
No,
the water
it's literally
canteen.
only gonna come to work with me.
And as you can see, this is... we had that segment on sublimation, so you can kind of see like all the ink release from the paper. There's nothing on here that's saying like, oh well, that didn't print all the way, and you get a nice quality print. It's all there, and it looks great.
They said they understand and you explained it very well, Danielle.
Oh, good.
And they
Thanks.
said so cool. And James Smith, Smitty J.
Oh yeah.
He said hello, family, and Happy New Year.
Hello. Happy New Year.
It's been a while.
All right, are there any questions about this process? Sublimation is a little bit tricky,
Right.
and especially printing on water canteens. It's not as easy as a mug because you do need the silicone cover.
Yeah.
And that extra little step can really kind of throw you off of it.
Absolutely.
But do we have any questions?
Nope, everybody says
We're
they
good?
understand.
All right. Well, that concludes today. Thanks everybody for joining us, and drink your water.
Yes, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.